Okay, so the company that we're working with, that we are partnering with to bring the drops into the country, into New Zealand and Australia, is Vidify. And it's a company that's been around for about 6 years in South America predominantly, with now rapid growth starting in English-speaking countries in the USA and now into Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and Europe. And as I mentioned, the company decided that they really wanted to be part of not just a movement to change people's health, but with the goodwill that they have developed this product, they wanted to really change people's financial futures as well, and in some way make this a community of sharing and reward. And that's what we've experienced, and that's really what we advocate, is a community of sharing and reward. So there are multiple ways to benefit, and we're going to run through a few of these right now with you. The first thing that really distinguishes this product and company is that you can have a completely retail component, so wholesale to retail. So there is a 50% retail markup on each of these three products in our product suite. Now, if you are in a wellness clinic, if you are in a health food store, if you are a physio or a naturopath and you have a client base, this might be absolutely the perfect solution for you. And case in point, I have a cousin who's in Victoria in Australia, and he has 100 of his patients on the product. So they come in for a treatment and they leave with a bottle at wholesale. Now, what that looks like for him is about $100,000 a year in a profit of a product that's really, really helping people reduce their inflammation, helping to improve their treatments, and helping them self-manage in between treatments. So the scope here for retailers is pretty good. And you can have a look at the numbers there. Now, everything's in USD because that's how we get the product at the moment. But when we're open in Australia and New Zealand, we'll have our own currency equivalents. So the wholesale cost of a bottle of Nanofy is about $25 US, and it does retail for $50. You can see the Curcumin Plus there wholesales for $30 and it retails for $60, and the Symbiofi wholesale $20 and retails for $35. That's just under the 100% markup there. So that's great. So you've got the 50% retail profit. Now, the best news about this is that 50% of the wholesale commission goes into a business volume if you are a distributor. So even by signing up as a wholesale account holder, you have the option to become a distributor right now or into the future. So 50% of any retail volume goes straight into your business volume tree, and that is very, very, very generous. So the second way you can get paid here is by sharing the product, which is what we're doing tonight, talking about the startup kits that people can purchase as a wholesaler. Okay, so the only way at the moment that anybody can get their hands on the product is to, loan, share, buy from the person that's probably introduced you tonight. Otherwise, you'd be looking at getting your own startup wholesale kit. So we've got 3 of those different types of kits, and there are different commissions applied to those kits for the person who's the referrer. So a US $60 commission on the small pack, which is really a personal use product pack, and it contains about enough supply for probably 3 to 6 months for the average user. We've got a larger kit, a kit 500, and there's $120 US commission on that one. And that contains anywhere between 18 and 22 bottles of product, depending on which country you're in. And then we have a really, what we call a Business Pro kit, which is about 48 bottles of product. And there's a $250 US commission payable on that. So when we talk about getting involved, joining us, jumping on board, joining the mission, the only way you can really do that is to purchase one of these 3 packs, and whoever's referred you will receive a commission on that. So it's about 20 to 25% of the value of that pack. The third way is a triple bonus. So a lot of us are out there sharing like crazy because we know the product works. We want people to have the benefits and we don't want to waste any time. So anytime you share with 3 people who purchase a kit, you get an extra $120 triple bonus. So these bonuses that I'm talking about right now are paid weekly. So there's nothing to stop anybody who's out of work, that needs an income, that is excited about this product, that's transitioning from something into something else. jumping in and starting right now and actually, generating commissions straight away. And case in point, when Sergio and I took this this project on, we reached the top level in the company in terms of income in 80 days. And that's about a $50,000 journey in commissions to that point. And then it's about $10,000 a month and increasing. So I'm just telling you, the company is incredibly generous when it comes to sharing rewards for sharing the product and how we can get that out there. Not to mention how rewarding it is to actually be part of the change and part of people's stories. Okay, so if you are interested in, really getting serious about this, this is where we get into the distribution of the product. So when you join up as a wholesaler, you automatically get your own website and a back office. You get an e-wallet for all of your commissions to go straight into. You can certainly get customers in open countries. And when we open in New Zealand and Australia, anybody who has your website link can jump on your website and order product as a customer, and the commissions will go straight into your e-wallet back office, which is fantastic because there's no limit to how many people you could potentially share this product with. And people love buying it at retail. Not everybody needs to become a wholesaler or a distributor or, be part of the movement. Some people just love buying 1 or 2 bottles a month for them and their family. So what we've got here is the fourth way to get paid, which is a Rapid Pro bonus. So this is when you buy, in this example, a kit 500, and you share this opportunity with 3 people who also buy a kit 500. What the 500 represents is an amount of volume applied to that pack. So because we're in multiple countries, the currency conversion is different in every country. So we use a standard, which is called a PQV, or a personal qualifying volume, or a volume attributed to an amount of product, which is universal. So that means that it's seamless and international. So you could build a business technically overseas if you wanted to. So with 2,000 points of group volume, if you do this in 30 days, you get, in this example, you get 3 120 startup bonuses, which is $360. You get a triple bonus of $120, and then you get a Rapid Pro bonus of an extra $300 USD. And the total of this is $780 in this example. Now, there's nothing to say you couldn't do that in a day if you had a couple of friends who were keen to go with you in a weekend, in a week, in 2 weeks. It doesn't have to take you 30 days, but you can, if you need 30 days to do it, then take 30 days to do it. But what this is much more than what you've invested. Okay, so when we do the conversions for $780 US, you're looking at well over $1,000 Australian or New Zealand.
1,300 New Zealand dollars.
1,300 New Zealand dollars, just for sharing this with 3 friends who purchase a starter kit of product that's going to set them up for a couple of months, give them enough product to start sharing, to trial, to send out, to sell if they want to, and just to start, start getting moving. There's no limit to how many people you could enroll either, but we're just keeping it really, really brief. And this is, my daughter put us here because she thought we deserved the accolades. We really have worked very, very hard in the last few months. And as I mentioned, we did achieve the top rank in the company. Actually, it's the second top. We're going for double diamond soon, but we'll get there. This is a rank advancement bonus. Now, what's really lucrative about this is that as you just share the product and people share it with their friends, our team's growing. As I said, we've got thousands of people on the product now. The bonuses that you receive just for hitting certain ranks of volume between you and your whole team. So this is not just your work alone. This is everybody that comes on board that, is part of your team that is sharing. They can be people in the United States, in Europe. There's 27 European countries on board now. You can have somebody that might be pre-launching in Canada, obviously Australia, New Zealand, and some of the South American countries. What's super exciting is that after Australia and New Zealand opens and we've got the infrastructure here, we'll be moving into Asia. So we'll be going into probably the Philippines, Singapore, Malaysia. The scope for this product now is massive if we've got the momentum, if we've got people helping to share the product and get it out there. So the bonuses for achieving these ranks are on the right-hand side, and they total, just to get to diamond, forget about double diamond at this point, but just to get to diamond, that's 19,000 USD just to get to diamond. That's not including any of the other bonuses that we've previously shared or are about to share. So you can see how incentivized we are. And I love that about the company. They have really, really made such a great rewards plan here for people. And you don't need any previous experience. You don't have to, there's no age of, no retirement age. You're not going to get fired if you start something like this. You're working with a team and in a community and in a group. So now the lifestyle bonus is the number 6. So we talk about 12 ways to get paid. We're only up to number 6 here. So when you hit the rank of master or higher 3 times in a 6-month period, you get a bonus check or a commission every single month. And that might be great for you to cover something like, children's school fees or, part of a mortgage or whatever you decide to put that to is completely up to you. But these rank bonuses are increasing. So as you're hitting ranks of volume because your team is moving a lot of product and you're out there moving a lot of product as well, then obviously the rewards just keep growing. I won't do the example of the lifestyle bonus. Here is just depicted meeting that target 3 months out of 6. And when you do hit that on the 3rd month, you get paid for the appropriate rank. Now, one thing that's really unique about our rewards plan and our commission system, our model, is that it's not just based on your team volume. So we do encourage, of course, people to work, closely with their teams and have a great sense of community. But actually, when you start to hit just the second bottom rank from in the company at senior, which is moving about $5,000 worth of product between you and your teams in a month. Now that's just from people joining up as wholesale, account holders and buying a kit. What you get is percentages or shares in the entire global sales of 10% of kit sales in the world. So you start to earn shares in the company's sales globally, not just about what your team's doing. So this is one thing that really distinguishes our company from other companies and makes this a very universal team-driven enterprise. I love that so much. There's no competition. Nobody's competing against anybody else. We're actually all very, very encouraging. And we are currently taking about 50 people through a program at the moment, which will help them achieve a 4 to 5 USD figure a month income in about 4 months. So we know this is duplicatable. We've done it, and we're excited to help anybody that wants to come on that ride with us as well. If you love travel, of course, the company does lots of incentives. Now, the company's based in the USA, so a lot of their incentives or trips are on that side of the world. So Mexico, Cancun, we've got Orlando, Florida. But as Australia and New Zealand come on the map, we'll certainly are creating our own trips over here. So we'll be doing things like maybe Queenstown, and we're having lots of beautiful suggestions from our group about what we can feed back to corporate, because Serge and I are now recognised as global founders because of the work that we've done. So we have a beautiful relationship with the corporate, Vidify corporate, and we liaise with them about our market. And so we have a lot of pull, I think. So we'll be looking at lots of creating lots of travel, lots of trips, so that we can connect as a community and do things outside of this idea of business, which actually is a lot of fun. Okay. And just a couple more. We're only up to 9. We've got, sorry about this, guys. Sorry, it's so much money. We've got generational royalties. So this is where, residual money really starts to kick in. So when you have a duplicatable system like the one we've been able to create, you have team members that are coming on daily, that are growing. You start to earn commissions on purchases anywhere in your team, down to infinity, actually. And so they're based on, people ordering product. They might be ordering bulk product. They might have a monthly order. So you'll be earning commissions on all of those orders down to, as I said, down to infinity at certain stages. And that's around about 5% of orders. So that starts to really add up. And when you think about building a team of distributors, if you've been a networker before, if you've got contacts in other, markets, this will be ideal for you, because the faster you can grow this, the more potential there is for that retail income as well to be all moving back through your tree, and then to be getting paid on that. So what we're seeing here with wholesale income is really just scratching the surface. It's not including really, you know, all of that retail volume that we'll see when we open our market. Number 10 is leadership generational bonuses. So when you reach a higher rank in the company, so Premier, that's about 25,000 points of volume or higher, you open up to an extra commission on infinite depth to up to 3 breakaways. And what a breakaway is anybody that's reached a rank of your equivalent who's in your team or higher, they then are considered a breakaway from you. That means that they have sort of established their own, they're still part of your team and your community, but you still get paid on the work that they've done up to 3 breakaways away. So we won't go into detail about it. Don't even worry about it. It's just an extraordinarily high amount of money. Second last one is the Diamond Global Pool. Now we are part of that now because obviously we reached this rank in a record-breaking 80 days. When you think about that, it took us to establish, you know, getting this product, getting it into the hands of people, trying it, doing our market research, developing tools and systems that could help our team so that it was duplicatable and, you know, as seamless as we could possibly help this become. We took on this challenge of leadership because we wanted to open the market. That's basically what we've done. And so anybody here on the call tonight is part of our team, part of our organization, and we're going to help and support you. So when you reach this rank, you are then part of 1%. You take a share in 1% of all global sales. So that's every sale. That's customer sales. That's back office purchases. It's bulk order purchases. It's everything. Is equally distributed between diamond ranks and above. So here's where it starts to get into some really serious income. Now, we are very humble people, but what I love about the idea of getting free financially and then having options is that when we're so passionate about a product like this, what couldn't we do? How couldn't we get this into the hands of people? What sort of other projects could we start to invest into that would be congruent and in alignment with our vision and our integrity? So what we love about this business is that we can set our own standard of integrity. We're integral people. We've always been integral people. And we love that this is going to create freedom and options to travel around, to meet with our teams, to work hard for our teams as well. And in the process of that, you know, be rewarded. So we're not having to worry about the normal constraints of being locked into, you know, a financially prohibitive situation. So we love that. There's rewards too. This is more around when you have retail customers. Doesn't necessarily apply to us just at this stage, but that's just to give you an overview of the rewards plan that we have available, the commissions and the bonus structure. So what we're really doing right now is appealing to you. We're inviting you to help us expand. If any part of this presentation has spoken to you in any way, if you feel called to be, you know, looking into this a little bit more deeply, investigating, if you want the science, if you want to just jump on board, all of that is available, and everybody can come in where they fit in, where they're comfortable, and we love that. So this is open to pretty much everybody. We love to talk about this as a low-cost, affordable business. You know, it doesn't cost much to get involved with a company like this, with your own, you know, tax-deductible business expenses, etc. And it's not a high capital investment like you would if you had to put into a bricks-and-mortar business. And of course, lots of people lost their businesses during COVID, and I know there's still a lot of the sort of the residue of that still permeates our communities. But really, in something like this, what you're investing is belief, and this is a product that we can absolutely get behind. I'm so convicted about this product. The testimonies that we hear daily just make me more and more convicted. So my belief investment is very, very high. I didn't put much money in to start this, but what I did put in was a lot of belief, a lot of faith, and a lot of commitment and enthusiasm to be inspired and to inspire other people about it, and just to get the word out. So you're in business for yourself as well, but not by yourself. So you're surrounded by a team. And so, yeah, just we're going to stop the share now. But, you know, if you're on the call tonight with the person that invited you, please chat to them after the call. Don't wait on that. Just message, you know, message them if you're not sitting together, and let them know where you would like to come in and how you would like to get started at this point, because the options are really, really vast. So hope you enjoyed that. And if anybody's got any questions, we can open up the chat now for questions, and just see. People are asking if people they've invited are on the call. Probably we've got about 60 on the call. We had a couple of